what you gonna do with Lindsay after all? Really? I've already cycled these forward, so you got plenty of tape to work with. Okay. Yeah, didn't have your name? All right. Virginia. Never error. But it's stuff like that. Update the during the building. Hello, I'm Nick Nichols, Wells Fargo Alarm. Normally, I'm an operator and alarm response person for the Richmond branch of Wells Fargo. Tonight, I'm having to act as supervisor. The normal supervisor is sick. Normally, you understand security as being something like a guard walking around. There are other facets of security that you may not be that familiar with. You know your daddy works for Wells Fargo Alarm Services, but you don't know very much about alarms themselves. I'm giving you a little tour of the central station that has the signals that come in from the various alarms. Back behind me, you can see our multiplex unit. It's a computerized alarm receiver. It's designed to take alarms that come from out in the city and all over the eastern seaboard, from the Mississippi River all the way to Norfolk, from New York all the way to Florida. They come in here, we dispatch them, we notify the property owners that they have an alarm going off and that somebody needs to respond. We handle any extra paperwork that might be involved and go on to the next alarm. You can see here we have a number of outstanding tickets. These are alarms or different kinds of things that have occurred during the evening or this past week. Here's one for an air pressure, a part of the fire alarm system. Have here a diesel pump running signal. It may or may not be running, but we show that it's in trouble. So we have to hold this ticket out to make sure that we pay attention to it. Here we show another part of the fire alarm system, which by the way is being worked on all night long. And we need to watch if there are any signals that come in. We don't want to dispatch the fire department on it. Here we have an outstanding burglary alarm. We have not heard from the property owner yet. We don't know what the status is, so we're holding a ticket. These devices up here are the Ademco units. It's a different form of alarm system. It does basically the same thing at lower cost. We have one alarm receiver working now and one for backup. In case something happens to the one below it, we can switch between them. Since alarm systems and anything that comes through are so important, we also have to make sure that anything we do is recorded and time-stamped. So we have a timestamp to use. In the event that we get an alarm or an opening or a closing that has to be logged, we have to stamp that time. Any phone calls we make, any decisions or any changes in procedure have to be stamped. These are the earliest form of alarm system available. These are called direct wire. An alarm box on a customer's premises, when set into alarm, sends a signal here that alerts us by lights and noise. It makes us go to a separate book and open to the proper page corresponding to that alarm to find out what we need to do about that particular alarm. Then from that point on, we handle it pretty much the way we would any alarm. If it's a burglary alarm, we dispatch the police. If it's a fire alarm, we dispatch the fire department. If it involves an opening or a closing, we log it and make any phone calls we need to, so on and so forth. To the right of this board is a new direct wire. Actually, it's the same technology, just a little bit different design. It does exactly what that board does. It makes different sounds and different signals. That's an alarm signal that we would get. Of course, we've got to time stamp any alarms, openings, closings that come in, so this is another type of time stamping machine. This is one of the controls that we use out in the field. This is the SMT. This is second best available from Wells Fargo Alarm. This is probably one of the bigger milestones in alarm systems technology in the last 10 to 15 years. No central station can do without its own security. It would not exactly be the sort of thing we'd want, to have someone to walk in unannounced that would intend to do harm to our staff or anyone else nearby. So as you can see, we have monitors placed in various sections of the building. We monitor the goings and comings of various people here. We also have a small alarm panel that gives us various alarms throughout the building. Areas that we do not want to monitor with a TV camera, we at least want to watch it with part of the alarm system. And now, this is actually a night watch tour. In the event that a company wants a night watchman on his premises in case of fire or somebody bothering his building from the outside, he wants somebody to see it and do something with it right away. So we monitor the guards in case something should happen to them. If this guard did not report at the proper time, we would try and call and find out if he was all right. If we did not get an answer from the guard, we would certainly want to send someone down to make sure the guard is all right and to give him any help that he needed. Back to our direct wire. These are a circuit configuration that comes out and prints their signals on tape, so we have a permanent record of them should anything occur. You notice some of this tape. These are night watch tours that are going on now. This is what a signal looks like that has come in and has been processed. The signal is now on tape. We have done our paperwork and closed this one out. So everything is fine here now. This signal was a signal for a circulation pump at a business a few miles away from us. This is a derivation of this kind of circuit, and it prints its own signals in a different manner. We do not have one that we can show you, but what it does, it prints its signal out in colors so that an operator's eye will be attracted to the right signal. In case something happens to part of the phone line circuit, the other part will still give us a signal. So we have some element of backup in case a phone line problem develops. Now, one thing that plays havoc with any company or any individual that uses a lot of electronics equipment is batteries. You got to have that power come from somewhere, and alarm companies are required to keep a battery backup. In fact, it's a good idea to, because you don't want to try and do something with nothing, and you can't. So Wells Fargo Central Station has a full complement of backup batteries and power systems. In the event that the building has a major AC power failure, Wells Fargo can switch over to battery backup. Now, earlier we had said that it was important to maintain our own security. Well, to do that, we also have the help of weapons. We keep weapons on the premises, and in the event we need them, they're here. So don't be uninvited company. You have no idea what you might be getting yourself into. Alarm companies use a lot of radio equipment. We want to keep track of what's going on in the outside world. We use scanners. We use two-way radios. We use tape recorders to record our phone conversations. We need to have a permanent record of everything we say, everything we do, and I hate to say it, but if we ever do not do something we should do, we need to have a record of that also. Any company that does as much work with information as we do just about has to have computers. Computers have really taken over just about every facet of information retrieval that anybody can use. And of course, no company that works 24 hours around the clock can do without a bulletin board full of paperwork. It never fails. We can't get away from paperwork. Even if we wanted to go completely to computer, there's always those few